Hi. I have no idea what this is going to be, but it's April 2nd, and I am on my way home from work, and I have been challenged with creating a vlog. Apparently, I'm going to learn how to drive my car as well. I'm going to adjust my steering wheel here. And I have this crazy notion that I would do today something I will call the 128 Chronicles. It's going to be a little creepy because I'm really not going to look at the camera. And every time I turn the wheel, it's probably going to block out my face. But that's okay, because you're going to find me thoroughly entertaining, and you're going to want to come back. Not. So I work in the town of Needham, Massachusetts. I don't really know a whole lot about its history, but it's about 15 minutes outside of Boston, if that. On a good day with no traffic, you could probably make it to Boston in about 10. I live north of Boston, almost in Lowell, Massachusetts. And I spend most of my afternoons in the car, driving kids from place to place. Today, I get to drive on 128 for a good portion of my commute home, and then I will be going to my youngest daughter's school. And from there, I will be taking her to gymnastics. So, what is there to tell you about 128? This is what we call the inner loop around the Boston area. There's two loops. There's the 128 loop or the 95 loop, because for a good portion of the way, 128 and 95 are, in fact, the same road. And then there's the 495 loop, which is pretty far out by comparison. As a matter of fact, I almost live at 495, but I don't quite. Anyway, the traffic on 128 is typically pretty horrible. Maybe I'll even have a chance to show you. But it's pretty bad. I tend to leave work earlier than the general public because I do. So I am about to get on 128 North, or as it apparently says on this sign, 95 North. And we're going to see just how bad traffic can be at this hour. Might be terrible. Might be fantastic. You just never know. Driving along in my automobile. All right, we are on the road. I drive a 2006 Grand Caravan. It's pretty noisy inside. I don't know if that has to do with age of the vehicle or just what. But I'm I've been looking for a new car, and I was thinking about getting the Subaru Crosstrek, which I guess has been out for 2, maybe 3 years. I had an Outback at one time, and I loved it because it has all-wheel drive. So the Crosstrek seemed like a pretty decent way to go. What I really want is a Q5, which is an Audi. They start at $47,000 or somewhere in that range, and I just don't have that kind of money. The Crosstrek starts around 21. But I have some concerns because I have never ever seen one on the road. This is a problem. It doesn't say much about the car. And what happens if next year they decide they don't want to sell it anymore? I might just have to go back to the Outback. The new Outbacks are pretty big. So who knows? All I know is I live in New England and I want all-wheel drive. Not four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. Definitely feels a lot better than two-wheel drive. Very warm in my car today. We are almost at 60 degrees. Some people might even say it's spring. My daughter would yell at me and tell me I should have the windows open. This is what it sounds like with the windows open. Pretty loud, huh? I think so. Can you even hear what I'm saying? Ah, but it does feel good. Alright, well, we're going to close that up because it's just too noisy. So we are almost at the end of dance competition season and gymnastics season and ready to dive right into soccer season. And I don't know. This is a very boring video for you, I'm sure. I should have planned this out better. I really had hoped that there would be much more interesting drivers on the road that I could complain about. And you could all laugh and go, ha 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 ha, she swears a lot. Or I could look at it afterwards and go, wow, I didn't know I sweared that much. Sweared, sworn. You know what I'm saying. I wonder if this is considered distracted driving. Keeping my eyes on the road. What kind of car do we have here? This looks like a Nissan something or other. No idea. All I know is that there are times when I have more than my own 3 kids in the car. More than my own 3 kids. So just a car, I think, might be tight. Maybe I can make it work. I like having room. I like being up high. Whew. Anyway, some of the things I like to do in my spare time: I knit, I sew, I read, I like to write. Although my blog doesn't really do very well because I don't write nearly enough. But if I can get into the habit of posting a video blog every day, that would be kind of cool. I need some topics. perhaps tomorrow's topic will be I don't know. Food, nutrition, working out. Is it cheating if I train for a 5K on the actual course of the 5K? I don't know. Because I think I might do that. I'm running a 5K. Well, I don't know if you could say I'll be running it. Last year, I walked it. I didn't run it. I walked it. So, I'm not sure. But I'm thinking I might like to do that now that the weather is good. There are 2 days a week my kid is after school. So I just might have to do that. But I don't know. I don't know.
Line forming here.
Let's see how the radio comes up. Moon dance with you, my love. Can I just take some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. And I know now the time is just right. And straight into my arms you will run. I know, I don't sound like Van Morrison. Van the Man. How weird is it that 20 years after I graduate college, my kid is dancing with the daughter of someone who used to play baseball in college with one of my drinking buddies. Well, maybe it wasn't really a drinking buddy, but I'd call him a better than acquaintance. Totally weird, right? I think that's weird. For a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. Fantabulous not to make a romance. Meet the cover of October skies, and all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. And I'm trying to blaze to you calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low in all the nights. Wow, the potholes on this road are insane. So there have been 2 sinkholes not far from where I live that have been exposed in the last 3 days. It is amazing that there are not more with the weather that we have had this year. Totally amazing. Truly. My name's Joanne. You can call me Joe. You can find me on Twitter at PixelJoe. You can find me on Instagram at Pixel_Joe. My commute is taking far too long. So I have reached the 128 stretch. No. Wow. I have reached the Route 3 stretch. Pretty boring. My ride home, pretty boring. I spend most of my time on the phone. because that's when I can reach people. Which reminds me, I need to make an appointment for my taxes.